by December 30th, 2020, that's part of the image.
Yeah.
The image is diverse. It's not just a particular man. Like some guys teach, oh, that's the image of the beast right there. That's not an image, bro. That's just part of the system. That's part of the great deception right there, the Renaissance, man. Go ahead.
He says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and their forehead.
He calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or forehead, man. If you look at this whole RFID chip, this microchip, look at the whole COVID-19. They completely shot the middle class down. You notice mom and pop businesses, they're not coming back, man. You got Dr. McStuffy's Pancake House on 3rd and Main. That's not coming back. But hey, what's still sustained? Targets, Walmarts, Burger Kings, Sam's Clubs, all this fast food abomination. That's still there. Why? Because hey, that's part of the protocol there. That's classifying the rich and the poor. Because you got a lot of $200,000 Edomites out there, $300,000 crackers as we call them. Hey, they ain't got no money now. They living like nigga. You got Esau applying for EBT right now, bro. You got Esau that's filing bankruptcy, bro, on a 9-bedroom mansion.
Right.
Bro, that's beautiful, man.
That's right.
And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
And that's the RFID chip.
All right, man. Now, that mark in the Greek is charagma, right? It means, basically means to make it cutting in your flesh. Okay? Now,
That's that weirdo too.
Now, if you accept the mark of the beast, in the next chapter, you're going to be destroyed, man. So when when you accept your chip, you are going down into Egypt for help.
That's right.
You can't do that, man. Jake, don't go down into Egypt for help, man, because Egypt is not here to help you, man.
That's right. And you look at it like how they're formulating the laws, bro. If you look at it like they call what? Hegelian dialect, bro. Pressure from above, from beneath. When you put the squeeze on people, hey, it's easy to burp out the impurities. You can easily say, well, look, in this time of a crisis, look, the vaccine. Hey, look, Fauci said, he said, look, the vaccination, that's only going to do so good for a while, bro. He said that's only going to do so good. That's not a long-term solution. So, hey, look, brother, if you vaccinate 7 billion people, right, on planet Earth, that's a short-term solution. What comes next? He said that the vaccination is only a short-term solution. What does that mean? The chip comes.
There's something that's permanent, and that's the chip.
Yeah, that's temporary gratification right there. That's just gonna get us through.
Yeah.
Because hey, Bill Gates said, he said, look, if you really want things to go back to normal, we gonna need a vaccination.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
Period. If it's only instant gratification for months or however, 6 months, 7 months, it's another method behind it. They're just trying to get you acclimated to the spirit behind pushing draconianism, man. Because when they take everything away from you, food, benefits, jobs, all right, the ability to travel, they're gonna say, look, you need a chip to get from Jeff City all the way to fucking Columbia. What you gonna do?
Right.
I gotta work, man. I gotta pay my rent tomorrow. My paycheck, hey, if I don't go to work, I don't get paid. Jake gonna go get, hey, put the chip, bro. I want 3 chips. Cause hey, look, bro, they gonna advertise it so cold to the point that it's gonna be like, if you don't get it, what's wrong with you?
You look like a lame.
Esau's gonna release. This has been a systematic plan, and we always speak about it. Like, man, where is this technology that Esau's hiding? Like, what is he doing? He's gonna use that, man. He's gonna use it in a way that it's gonna make it seem like they're gonna line up for it. They're gonna be like, man, look, we've been holding off. They let out the Space Force. Now that they know they got a general, Space Force need equipment and things.
Yeah.
They're gonna bust that out on Jay. They're gonna be like, well, we got our Space Force. Oh, our $1 billion got this brand new hover jet thing that does. We got these new drones that, man, look, it's gonna be a systematic. So once they release this chip, and they're gonna say, look, and you see they've been mentioning universal income. They're just hitting it. They're talking to people. They're seeing what they'd be interested in. And if you sat at home and got that $2,000 a month, you want to get that chip.
Yep. Right.
That chip going, you have money loaded on there every single month. since this pandemic, we can't get over this thing. The vaccine's not working. We thought it was gonna work. This chip provide. We can't reopen the place.
Reparations, bro. Reparation coming in the form of the chip. Hey, Jake, you take the chip, and you gonna have $200,000 credits on your market
Instantly.
And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
So the rich, the poor, and all that, they all gonna have to take it, man. Right? And if you don't, they gonna kill you. That's just it.
That word, when you look up that word causes, right, in that scripture, that goes into prepare and to supply. So they are preparing and they are going to supply you with it. They have a chip for every person on the planet. They have 7 million microchips.
That's right.
Believe it. They're only the size of a grain of rice.
Right. What we just see on the news that Bill Gates called for rapid production.
That's right. Hey, sign and hold it, bro.
You got something on yours, bro? You got preset?
It says, and that no man may buy or sell save that he has a mark,
Right.
or the number of the beast, or of the number of his name.
That's the standard, man. You gonna have to have that. The same way these brothers were saying earlier, when you have no shoes, no shirt, no service. If you don't have the chip, you're not gonna be able to get into the club. You're not gonna be able to buy Hennessy. You're not gonna be able to buy chicken. You're not gonna be able to go to work. I'm talking about the shit Jake like to do. You're not gonna be able to buy the J's when they come out. You know what I'm saying? All that drug dealing shit is over because what they say, drugs is a cash business. Y'all gonna have to switch y'all shit up, man. The chip is not like it's like not like a new iPhone where it just this is the next thing.
If I may add, over there in Netherlands, they already got clubs and different things that you can't get into unless you got the chip. Yeah, Sweden. They swiping their hand to get into these clubs.
Right.
It says, verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right? Now that's 666. Yeah.
The 666 is shy stigma.
Yeah.
And the Greek word for stigma, you got it. It's stigma from a primary stezo, quote, to stick, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belonged to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their god.
So that chip is going to go in you, right? It's your modern day branding, right? So when you get that get that chip, that's your identification of who you belong to.
Right.
And when you take it, basically you will belong to Esau, and Esau will be your God, man.
And what part about that makes it makes the mark of the beast being a what you call it
Like an embargo.
embargo being Christianity? What part of that definition that he read makes sense, man? Because you, as he said, you have to go into the skin. Do I have to, how am I gonna put an embargo on my skin? How am I gonna put sleeping with white women in my skin, man? In order to buy and sell? Like it's plain, Jake tries to make things more difficult than what it needs to be.
Plus, atheists buy shit.
Right.
So,
Right.
Muslims buy shit.
Right. Still.
Kibbutz, they buy shit. So how can it be Christianity then?
See, them guys is trying to throw everybody off, man. Like they really don't want the prophecies to kick off. That's what it is.
Right.
They wanna get as much as they can on this side, man.
Real quick.
You guys is not they not in it for the truth's sake.
Got it. This is Ephesians 4:14. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men, and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. So Nate, Johanna, they are lying in wait to deceive, man. All right, because what? 2 years ago, Nate said it's June, ain't no microchips. Well, Nate, what is it now?
Right.
Yep.
It's June, and they call for what we see on the news, the Operation Warp Speed for the mass production of the chips.
Yeah. So he's Salakia. Yahweh, he's speeding this thing up, man. Right? But he's making E print all of those chips, make all of those chips in vast numbers, so he can go about doing his business, man. Right? Chipping everybody.
2nd Ezra 9:1, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
Yeah.
And part of measuring is looking at prophecy.
Yeah.
Prophecy is the measuring stick on, when we about to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So as we can already see uproar starting to brew up, sedition starting to brew up. So if you diligently measuring, you can see that the RFID microchip is about to be on the way.
Yeah.
With that comes with World War III. With that comes with destruction of America.
Oh, plus when a woman is in labor, right? Her contractions is measured to see how close she is.
Right.
So these prophecies is just like that, man. It's just like a contraction to see how close we are to get up out of here, man, and to be saved.
Right.
And isn't it funny that babies come out crowned first?
Yeah.
A baby comes out crowned first. It's not the you got Yahushua, which is the head. It comes out, and then you got the body, and then the rest of the baby falls out like that. It's birth like that. The head comes first, it crowns. So the head, because then the brain, they got to buckle the brain for it to come out of the thing. The brain got to be. That's why the baby head is mushed. So it comes out head first, and then the feet. You know what I'm saying? So it's all spiritual, even birth.
Yeah.
We can tie that into this truth. I mean, it's man.
It's all connected. Verse 2, 2nd Ezra 9:2. Then shalt thou understand that it is this very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right now, the Lord, he's visiting the world which he made, man. By what, man? By hurricanes.
Yep.
By judgment. So, Jake, you need to understand what's the hell is going on, man. Judgment is coming upon this earth, man. These riots, that's a part of Yahweh's plan, man. All right, George Floyd, he had to be put to death, man. Why? To raise you up, man.
Yep. Okay.
I mean, it says Judah is the lion's whelp. Yep. From the prey, my son, thou art going up. Who shall rouse him up? Good, huh?
Romans 11:7. It says, what then? Israel hath not obtained that which is seeking for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest blinded.
See? So the only ones that's going to be roused up is the elect of the nation of Israel, right? The rest of you are going to die. Right. That's your judgment. Why you didn't take heed? You didn't listen. You were being hard-headed. You were being niggas.
You get this as well. This is Romans 10:3. For they, being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.
Now, this Black Lives Matter. Jake is establishing what? Their own righteousness. Instead of the righteousness of Yahweh and Yahushua.
Right. Because Jake don't want correction. Jake don't want to actually have accountability for their actions. They want to do whatever the fuck they want and then go to church on Sunday and it's all good. But that's not the case, because when you come into the truth, you actually gotta have faith. You have to follow the laws to the best of your ability and discipline. You know, you gotta control your flesh. That's too much for Jake, man.
I got one for you. Philippians 3:9. And be found in him, not having mine own righteousness, which is of the law, but which is through faith in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the righteousness which is of Yahweh by faith.
Right.
See? So our righteousness is as filthy rags, man. We don't have it. Our righteousness is by Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man.
Yep.
That's who we go by, man.
It says through faith. It goes back to what Arah had read in Mark the 7th chapter, right? That they followed the traditions of men, man.
Yeah.
So they don't have that faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's the reason why you see them bowing down 8 minutes, right?
Yep.
And pretty soon, like we were saying, when they gonna play a certain song, you gonna go to that beat, man. You gonna play to that beat.
Yep.
Okay, and that's the RFID chip.
Hey,
You know?
it tells you, what is that? Psalms, it tells you that they required of us a song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The songs of Babylon, they required us of a song. They said, how can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
Yeah. Even part of faith, because the brother mentioned earlier, you say, hey, when you say, hey, we don't even wear masks. It's part of faith, man. We have faith that the Lord will protect us against any pestilence, man.
Right.
That's why you don't see us wearing it. Because when you wear a mask, guess what happens? You breathe out carbon monoxide out of your nose. You take in oxygen, you breathe out carbon monoxide.
Yep.
So what's going to happen when you continually breathe those spores into those masks? You're going to keep breathing in carbon monoxide, which is going to give you upper respiratory failure. You already hear people talking about, oh, I wore that mask all day, honey, child, I had a headache.
Lightheaded.
Exactly.
Your body's
Most of
already
these people's
telling you.
immune system are compromised from that
Exactly.
mask already.
You're gassing yourself.
Yep. Y'all going off your own righteousness because you believe in the devil.
Right.
Yep.
And going back to the faith point, like in terms of deliverance, because Jake thinks a gun is going to deliver him. We have faith that chariots is going to deliver us.
That's right.
Even though we don't see chariots on a daily. I can't call a chariot out of thin air, but we still have faith in that. Jake don't believe in things that they can't fathom or they can't actually see.
That's
And
the
what-
scriptures.
And what's it saying faith?
It said that faith is the substance of things believed and not seen.
Yeah, the evidence
of things
hope
that's
for
believed, hope
substance
for
of things not seen.
Yeah.
So that's part of it, man. And then Yahweh Shai say, bless who believe and not seen. So niggas is running the Sam's Club for toilet paper for deliverance. And we praying for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to give us deliverance, man. That's the real faith. Niggas going to the gun shop to load up on bullets. We getting deeper in the scriptures, man. We in the spirit of rejoicing, actually, man.
You hunkering down.
Right.
You hunkering in now. You more when you feel like you in something, you just hunker down. That's when you really are setting a basic. If you have a foundation and you set into your foundation, you just make the foundation even stronger. You know, like sumo wrestling. Why do sumo wrestlers do that? You know what I'm saying? When they hit that, they put themselves lower to the ground, which means they hunkering, which means they're more stronger in their foundation. They got a foundation already, you standing, but if you hunker into it, that means you get deeper into that foundation. So we are hunkering down in the spirit.
That's what they say, like a foundation. They said, like, if you look at concrete, they said over 30, 40 course years, that's when it gets solids. Over year concrete. As
Over
time
time,
goes,
hard.
it gets harder, bro.
Wow.
It takes a while to endure your foundation.
Check that out.
Yeah. Because, like, hey, cement, this shit don't dry overnight.
Now, the brother said he mentioned the chariots, right?
Yeah.
This is 2 Kings 6 and 16. And he answered, fear not. What, you had it?
No, you got it.
Oh, okay. He said, he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them.
Right.
And Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes so he may see. And Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha.
Right. Because the Lord is not gonna leave his men defenseless, man. You know what I'm saying? Because what it say, Sirach 2, who had trusted in him and been confounded, man.
Right.
The Lord ain't. It's not the time for us to be, cast out. Even though some of us gonna get persecuted, it's not the time for us to get beaten down no more. It's time for us to get glorified. Lord willing, we be the elect, man. It's time for us to get the spiritual powers. It's time for us to get the chariots. It's time for us to do these miracles that the scriptures have been speaking of.
And Yahushua always, if you think about it, Yahushua was always trying to get his men to get into that power.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
told Peter, come on. When did Peter slip? Sick of faith.
Right.
Hey, when you walk
He
on
always
water,
got
bro.
mad at him for what? His lack of faith. He said, and he told him before he left.
He said, how much
before
longer I
he
gotta
said-
suffer you,
he
bro?
Said, look, y'all gonna do more. He was telling us, establishing us, and trying to sow something in us.
It was
You're
in him.
gonna do what I do and greater.
It was in them. They just had to believe.
That's the type of love our Lord has, man. He said, man, he didn't want to just shine by himself. He said, what I do,
Right.
y'all are going to do more and great. Or is he a liar?
Nope.
So that's what a brother made a video about faith. He said faith of a mustard seed. Our faith ain't even on that, man.
Right. Ain't
On
on
that.
no level. No
We ain't on the level, man.
No
That's why
level.
the Lord has to do certain things to strengthen your faith. And it's a different walk.
Yeah.
Like a brother said something so beautiful. He said, you pray for more faith, and then you want to act, when you catch hell, then you want to say, man, what's going on, Lord? Did you not pray for more faith? How you think it was going to come? In the Amazon box? It's going to be crime to you? No, man. You got to go through things. It might get rough. It might be hard, but that's what's going to increase your faith, man. It's going to increase it. We in a time where why not hunker? The Lord is sending, he's confirming from the Passover, man. He's been constantly confirming this thing, man. You know, we doubt.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We doubt. We slip up. The Lord's constant. He said, man, power can come if we believe, man. But it's going to come in the time we need it the most. And then that's going to glorify the Lord. Because now the world sees Jacob's, man, bro, look at these people. Why are they doing these people like this? Madagascar, Europe, all these places are on fire for Jake's sake. Not Esau's sake, Jake's sake, bro. That's confusion of face uproaring up there, man. So what's going to come to a time when they're established, they're going to say, man, these people are saying something, now they're paying attention. When that power is given, who we going to glorify? Who they going to be like, man, I know the name they've been pushing.
Yeah.
What's that? They're going to probably not even be able to say it, man, but
Yeah.
But it's gonna put the vibration out there, man.
Yeah.
Like, you made an excellent point, bro. Like, how can you pray for faith and not expect to catch hell? Because through faith, trials come to increase your strength. Same thing
Psalm
with Peter.
51.
Yeah. Hey, when Peter walked on water, hey, Peter had it, but he said, hey, bro, I'm sinking, Lord help me. He said, your faith, why did you doubt?
Right.
It's doubt, bro. So when brothers get put through shit, don't necessarily mean that you're wicked or you're going off or you're being presumptuous. It's because, hey, if you pray a certain prayer, expect the Lord to deliver on it, man.
Yeah.
I found myself in a situation like that, prayed for more faith and got in some shit. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
And I had to think about it, reflect on it. He made a quote. Because I did a video on it, but hey, you probably quote another brother, but that's to show you how the spirits are in unison. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, don't expect to pray for faith and not go through hell. Because what increases your faith? Like it says, a strong man is bred through adversity. So how the hell can you be prepared for Jacob's trouble if you ain't used to somebody trying to get at you?
The hell is a test of your faith.
Yeah.
yeah, that check to check proves you getting primed up. Check to check. Damn, I might not be able to eat this little week. It's cool. I gotta wait. It's already priming you. You cool. Hey, you might not have food that day. Shit, it's gonna be like that, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Because getting more faith, it's not going to come in the Amazon box, in the UPS box, in the FedEx box.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to get more faith because when you ask for it, the Lord just may put your child in the hospital or your father in the hospital at the same during the same week, and then bring both of them out. See?
And they're like, yeah, brother, because they think, oh, sprinkle, up faith, up, you win, put the cups on them, the rest. Nah, bro. Hey, you ask for it, it's a situation that's going to come along with it. I mean, the Lord can do that to just wake up and you voting, but if he's embodying if he's embodying you already had that. He just needed to bring it out of you. Say, hey, remember, you had that. Right. But, hey, a situation that deals with certain terms, hey, when you step into that, you're elevating. Like I always say, look, bro, we went from 3 feet waters to 10 feet to turbulent waters. Now we're in 100 feet right now, bro.
Yeah,
we're in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's going to increase. So like the brother just made an excellent point. He said, look, man, hey, the Lord going to put you through certain things to test your belief. You ain't just going to wake up in the morning, oh, man, I'm a mighty man, I'm going to bust down the wall. No, the Lord's going to put you through a situation that's going to build you up to bust down that wall. Right. It's like weightlifting, man. Yeah. That's what it is. And when you realize that,
before you build it up.
Yeah.
Second Thessalonians 1 and 4. So that we ourselves glory in you in the churches of Yahweh for your patience and faith and all your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure, which is a manifest token of the righteousness, which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of Yahweh, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of Yahweh, for which ye also suffer. So the sufferings That's a manifest token of Yahweh.
Yeah.
It says so that you may be counted worthy. Because if you go to the Lord, you're going to be proven. You're going to go through the necessary steps to be proven first.
Yeah.
That's why it's best. It's like the brother mentioned. Make sure you're rooted in this thing. You want to make sure you're rooted and understand what you're fully established in. So when all these prophecies come to pass, you don't be shaken in mind. You may be a little shaky because you see the people around you bugging out, heading to the grocery store, which is fine. But you have something you're rooted in. And you're gonna always resort to your roots, which is Yahweh Shai, your belief.
Yeah. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 15. First Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 34. Awake to righteousness and sin not. For some have not the knowledge of Yahweh. I speak this to your shame. But a lot of people don't have the knowledge of the Most High and understand His program. So when they do catch hell, they why me and why this and why I'm going through this, and you know they basically curse the Most High, man. You know, but like the brother said, you have to go through that hell to be built up. And the scripture also tell you that you know, He chastens whom He loves.
Right.
So if you're not going through hell, then what shit, the Most High ain't really dealing with you.
What's the point of having someone that's just easily given to you?
Yeah,
If you don't use it,
You don't need, you're not even gonna value it, man.
Right.
In terms of like ball players, why you think they get so happy and they cry when they when they win the ring? Because they've been playing ball since they was a kid, high
Man.
school, college.
Yes.
Then you get to the league, and then you make the playoffs. So that's a long road travel.
Yeah.
So when they do get to that peak, that's when all the tears come out. That's when all the hard work is accomplished, man.
Right.
And you get addicted to that feeling.
And that's when they appreciate the hard work that they put in over
Right.
all the years.
Right. And like I was saying, you get addicted to that. Once you're there, you like, oh, I gotta get it again.
Yeah.
So that's what us, like when we talk about the kingdom, oh yeah, so yeah, we gotta get the afflictions, the adversity, the hell. But then when brothers talk about all the chariots, all the women's, all the nice things we gonna have, we be like, oh, we gotta get back to that.
It's a
We
light
gotta get it. Right.
It's a light.
Got it real quick. 2nd Ezra 7 and 6. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things.
That
The-
city is what?
The kingdom. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
Right.
As if as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
So one side is dealing with afflictions. Trials and afflictions. On one side is affliction, one side is trials. So you're going to go down that narrow path, right? And you get almost to the end, and then you give up. Guess what happens? You turn around, go back the other way. You gotta go right back through the same trials and afflictions you just went through. So why go back through them again? You might as well keep going to try to get to that broad place, which is the kingdom. It's right there in front of you.
Yeah.
It's like right there. But a lot of men, they and this is, I'm gonna read the scripture. This is why they turn around and go right back. And then it's worse when you go back. The scripture tell you in Hebrews 6. This is Mark 11 and 23. For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart. So you don't supposed to doubt, man. Doubt is like a demon, okay?
Yeah.
But shall believe those things which he said shall come to pass. He shall have whatsoever he says, man. So the brother was saying, the Lord said, hey, he gonna give us what he has. You can't doubt it. Like the brother was speaking on the brothers who had that ability, they train themselves to perform a certain task in a game.
Right.
When that game is on the crunch line, it's gonna be one man on that floor. He ain't gonna doubt his ability. He gonna jack that last shot. He know he gonna hit it.
Yeah.
The other people gonna doubt.
Yep.
Right? They're gonna have that little small doubt.
Yeah, like Ray Allen.
Yeah, and that's what it is with us, man. You can't doubt. You can't doubt one bit. Hey, the Lord say he gonna do this. He say he gonna do that. He gonna do it. Scriptures, these prophecies, you can't doubt them, man. And that's what a lot of men have done. We've seen men come into truth and they leave. They walk down that narrow path and then they have that doubt and then they turn around and the kingdom is right there and they turn around and go back to worse. It's worse when you're going back.
Well, the scripture said, "Woe to them that lost patience."
Mm-hmm.
You know. I got a precept. This is Matthew 7, and I'm gonna start at verses 13. It says, "Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Yep.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Right.
And many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth into life, and few there be that find it."
Yep.
Okay, so this truth is like tightrope walking, man. Like the brother brought out the example in Second Address, how you got fire on one side, water on the next side. You fuck. Damn if you do, you go too left, you fuck, you go too right. You done. You gotta be perfect balance, man.
I'm glad you said that. Verse 8, 2 Esdras 7 and 8. And that's another slug, 7 and 9. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive the inheritance?
Run that back, run that back, run that back, run that back.
He said, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance,
Right.
if he shall never pass
Right.
the danger set before it,
If you didn't go through shit.
how shall he receive this inheritance?
Right.
Hey,
It's gonna be nothing to him. He's just gonna treat it like trash, man.
that's why 2/3 nigga won't get the kingdom.
That's why Esau fucked the world up now, man.
Yeah.
Esau got this kingdom, easily, and he done fucked the whole world up. He done put plastic everywhere. He put gas. He had the opportunity to do free energy.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, give me that oil shit.
Yeah, let me take all the shit out the earth.
Because he don't give a fuck. Us, we already know what we want to do with the earth. We already know we going to do with the animals.
Oh, I got something now. Now, Nate, he didn't want to be content with what he had.
Yeah,
So he don't want to receive that inheritance.
Yep. He wanted the easy
Because
money.
he want his now.
Yeah.
Hey, scripture said, "Woe to them, you receive your consolation."
Yeah.
Oh, let me get
It's
that.
just like if a man had a 100-acre farm, right? You had two sons, and one of the sons constantly helped you. He learned how to plow, he learned how to plant, he learned how to pluck up, right? And then you had the other son that do shit but eat the fruits of their labors.
Yeah.
When he died, guess what? Who you think gonna get it?
So,
The man who know what he's doing, because you give it to the man who just sit there and ate, it's not gonna prosper because he don't know how to plow and plant and pluck up. Okay? And that's what you have out here, man. It's certain men that are coming out here pursuing the Romans 12 and 1, making their body that living sacrifice, right? Losing families over this thing, right? Having family members hate them over this thing, losing jobs because your boss might see you out here over this thing. And then you have people just sit back and just sit back and scoff, or they come in, they walk around, they turn around, go back down that same narrow path, and then they'll sit back and it's okay. We're gonna watch them do the work. Or when you start seeing the cherries, now you out here, oh y'all about shit, y'all shot.
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get it, man.
Right. Say thou sluggard, bro.
Yeah.
You made an excellent point, bro. And if I may add this, the brother, he made an excellent point. He said the work is set up for people. Hey, think about a job, right? What is the stipulations of a job? Qualifications.
Yeah.
You fill out a job application. If you work for a city agency, they say, well, look, do you know how to operate a snowplow? You
Yeah.
say no, then they might not take a chance on you. You got a CDL? Yeah. I got a CDL. They might gonna take a chance on you because you're qualified for the job.
He qualified.
Yeah.
And we try to earn our qualification.
Yeah.
Certified.
Well,
You can get certified on the job too.
Yeah.
well,
Real quick, precept.
Go ahead.
Because I don't want that inheritance point to slip, man. Y'all brothers going in. This is Second Esdras. This is First Esdras 8 and verse 85 is just the point. Quick and easy, and it says, "Moreover, ye shall never." Salaki, it says, "Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them, that ye may be strong and eat of the good things of the land and that ye may leave the inheritance of the land unto our children forevermore.
Oh, now Moses in Hebrews 11, he when he had the face to go through the danger that was set up before him, because Moses, he never sold out. He didn't take the purse. Nate took the purse.
And what forced the Israelites into the sea of that split?
Yeah.
How did the Lord fully make Jake go into that narrow path?
Oh,
he had to put danger behind him.
Yeah.
Jake would have sat there and watched the split.
Why not?
I don't know what that is. I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen that. What's that? Only reason they had to choose one. They had to choose the danger behind them or the danger that's in front of them. They chose, and they went into that day. They went right to the sea and imagine walking the whole time.
Hey, the Lord put that spirit on them to choose to go forward, right? Because when they got over on the other side, guess what they told Moses? You brought us here to kill us.
Yeah.
They said, at least we getting fed with them, so the Lord had to put a spirit on them to go forward.
Right.
He had to put something in their mind and say, hey, because they really wanted to stay.
They did.
You know what I mean? They was eating good and everything. The Lord put a spirit on them to say, hey, your ass forward.
Yeah.
No matter how high you see that water, he put a spirit on them just right quick because they really wanted to stay. They was chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They was chilling, man.
That's the same with some of these other camps, man. They don't push the true doctrine. They want to stay here. They want to stay here and keep getting the goodies that Esau got from them. Just selling out. Selling out. When you could be in the kingdom receiving way more, man. Way more.
Right. But Jake, they don't have that patience. They can't. They don't want to. They don't want that, man.
What sense do it make to sell out on this side and then bam, time up? Then you just gotta get punished and you just gotta get destroyed when you could have just held out for a little longer. We've been suffering since we've been here. I mean, shit.
So why not suffer
Until the end,
right?
Yeah.
Right. Because in Corinthians it talks about our light affliction.
Right.
Is but for a moment.
Yeah.
It's only for a moment, man. I've been suffering. I'm cool with it.
And the scriptures tell you how to suffer.
Yeah.
Once you they got a thing in the military they call it embracing the suck. Once you embrace the suck, it ain't that bad no more.
Right.
It's light. You basically you don't dwell on it anymore. You going through it, and that's just what it is, and you keep it moving. The scripture also tell you that he that endured to the end, not he that endured 3/4 of the way and then sell out.
Right.
No, they said to the end.
Right.
But these guys, they feel like, oh man,
You get too much for them.
yeah. Well, I want to be, and it's all to be seen of men.
Right.
They don't fear the Heavenly Father who got control over all these different individuals they trying to please.
Yep.
Real quick, got this. Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
That's right.
So what we are going through now is nothing compared to what we're going to be blessed with in the kingdom.
Right. We're not even gonna think about America in the kingdom, man. That's gonna be an afterthought.
2 Corinthians 4:17 for our a light affliction, which is but for a moment.
For a moment.
Working for us is far more exceedingly the eternal weight of glory.
Right.
See, man. So, Jay, why not just deal with the suffering, be long suffering,
Yep.
just for a little moment, man.
Yeah, because you got to see as the Most High, because we've been here 500 years, so the Most High, that's only half a day.
Yeah.
We just been on time out real quick in the eyes of the Most High.
This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which Yahweh hath promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yahweh,
Right.
for Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil,
Right.
neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed.
Right.
Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. So you gotta embrace the temptation, man.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna go through it because it's not gonna do anything but build you up stronger than what you currently was before.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to salvation and this walk in your spirit, you think of your spirit like a muscle in your body.
Mm-hmm.
The more you exercise that muscle, what is it? What happens to it? It becomes stronger.
Yep.
What happens with your muscle? It gets torn. When you get sore, those are fibers in your muscles that have been torn, and they come back even stronger. Same way with bones. If you break a bone, that bone is going to come back stronger than what it was before. There's a technique that martial artists use. Well, they'll sit there and they'll just punch trees, man. What they're doing is they're breaking their knuckles, and it's callousing over, and that knuckle becomes stronger, and that's how you develop that iron fist. So if you wanna have that spiritual power that was exemplified in that cartoon character Iron Fist, then you gotta be able to work out your spirit. You gotta be tried. You gotta be tested.
Yep.
You know, Yahweh Shai went through the trial, so what more than us?
Right.
We're in the Elohim boot camp.
No.
We're in the boot camp to be God.
Malachian boot camp. Yeah.
Did not. What did they say in the garden? It says, "Oh, we gotta get the man out of here, lest he put his hand and eat of the tree of life and live forever." So we were already, the best way to tell the story is from the end.
Yeah.
He already told us we're going to be in the garden, established. The nations are going to be under us. The creatures are going to be with us. We're going to have dominance on the planet Earth, and we're going to rule. The Lord is making us something that we don't know what He, like the Lord said. Does Yahweh Shai know the time that the Lord's coming? So there's certain things that the Lord keeps close to the cuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a development there. This is a groundwork, man. We're at the groundwork of something that's going to be monumentous, man.
Hey, I got a quick one. This is Psalms 82 and 6.
Uh-huh.
It says, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High,
Yeah.
but ye shall die like men,
Yeah. And we
and fall like one of the
Are we not
princes.
dying like men? What's
Right.
Floyd George? Or George Floyd? He
Right.
died like a dog, man.
And we gods.
And they tell no justice. Justice gotta come. We don't want you to pay us justice.
Right.
Because a power that's higher than you is gonna justify what's going on.
That's
Why you
right.
think America's going through a pandemic right now? You think because God loves America, man? Then you kneel on His people, His chosen people. Why you think we do special things, man? We're more than your athletes and your football players and your basketball players, man.
That's right.
God gave us these talents, and you killing His chosen, man.
That's right, up.
In your landmass, y'all look at it, man, like it's another day, man.
That's right.
Like he said, like the brother Elder Washington Wamba, he said, look, man, it's more than a nigga fly the free line, man. It's greater than that. That's just black culture. We're Israelites, man, all right? We're the princes of the power. Bani Yasha'Allah, they're the sons of the Most High, the sons of the princes of the Most High. You know?
He ain't
We're
black.
going to find that out when the Lord raises a standard up for these men you see around you. It's going to happen.
I have one. This is
It's going to be a certain situation that's going to provoke the Most High to raise a standard to this prophet. And before you know it, all hell going to break. We're true white people, you know? We're the true white people.
Right, that's what you're right. That's really
This is Proverbs 16 and 19. Better is it to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. So there's nothing wrong with being on a lower state. The scripture says, which y'all pull, the lower state is not always to be hated. But you see, that's talking about the temptation, the mark of the beast, and how the brother read in 2nd Esdras, where it clearly tells you about the path we got to go to, and say even so is Israel's portion. So that's why the Most High ain't just gonna give the kingdom of Israel to Israel. They got to go through the fire first, right? That's their purification process. But you got a lot of people, even Israelites, who they're in it for the benefits, right? But when they see that it's time to go through that path and to be through the straight gate, and here comes the afflictions, the persecutions, the chip, all this stuff, the demonizations, they went out of that. They convinced themselves that no, the scriptures ain't talking about that, so they can convince themselves that that's not it, so they don't have to be prepared for that. It's like a woman's way of thinking. women don't like to deal. They don't even like to think about hard times.
Yeah, kind
So what they do, they just put it off and pretend like everything's okay.
Yeah.
That's why you got most men in Israel. They see that they're in it for the benefits, but they see the trouble. The boat's starting to rock, and they're like, no, we ain't gonna go through that. We going a different way.
Right.
You know? So let's convince ourselves that the mark of the beast ain't the chip. Let's convince ourselves that Jacob's trouble is non-existent. Existent.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and take the chip, take the mark, so that we can continue to be okay, because we don't want to go through it. Because you don't want to suffer. Like the brother mentioned Moses, it's good to go through those things. Because you're going to come out on top.
Yeah.
We were talking about it, yesterday? How the Lord went from King Solomon, having everything, to riding on a donkey. Because the scripture said he made himself lowly, really for our sake.
Right.
Yeah. That further proves that that we're going to be the future kings upon the earth. Because you look at the brothers that's teaching this truth, man. We looked at it as just bums or homeless or whatever. But eventually it's gonna come a time where that's gonna be all flipped over and switched up. You know.
Yeah.
You're looking at the future kings of the earth, man. And it only makes sense that happens that way. Because who else would it be? Because everybody else is looked at as high esteem. They're already tasting their reward right now, which is not really reward. It's a trap. It's a setup. But that's the way the Lord does it. He always picks the lowly to raise them up to be the future kings. Look at how he picks the one to rule the nations. He always picked the youngest son. He always picked the youngest son, man.
I got a question.
Least expected.
This is just real quick. Deuteronomy 7:7 is going what you were saying. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
Hey, aren't we few prophets sitting out here amongst millions of billions of people? And when all the people that were going to the ones that they thought had the answers, the churches, what happened to the damn churches? They got shut down because of COVID-19. So now you're looking at the real church, man. The Lord put a spotlight on the prophets because nobody else had no other choice but to see his men now.
Right. Because in 2 Samuel 7, it says, in all the places where I have walked, wait a minute, in 8, now therefore, so shalt thou say unto thy servant David, thus said the Lord of hosts, I took thee from the sheepcote, from following the sheep, to be ruler over my people, over Israel.
Oh, wow.
It's like you said, he take us, what did you say? I remember, because he read it.
Yeah, because he takes like the lowest and least unexpected. And
Yeah.
Look at King David. He was the least expected person to take down that damn
Even
giant.
Samuel had to get
And even his bodily frame looked weaker than his
Samuel
brother.
wanted to pick his
Yeah,
brothers.
he
He
didn't.
said, look not on the outward, but
Yeah,
the inward.
Maybe
So it's not the Lord looking at our how we look on the outside, even though most of these people say, oh, who's these crazy men with dresses? The Lord looking on our inward parts, amongst charity and faith. Believe you have, man. The Lord looks at that.
Right.
You know,
Moses was the youngest. There was not Solomon the youngest.
I believe so.
Yeah, he was younger than Adonijah.
Yeah. And Absalom.
Yeah. Look at Joseph's children.
Yeah.
You know.
Ephraim was the younger.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing, because I think I mentioned it before, but it's not always about, like the brothers mentioned, the outward appearance of what you think, because not everybody had that, you were saying, the image of a king and a warrior at the same time. But Saul was a good example. Saul actually had the image of a warrior, and he was king. He was the first king of Israel. So when the prophet saw that, of course, when he went to David's family, he's probably thinking the same thing. Like, okay, that was Saul, so here comes David. It was a young man. It was a man tending the sheep.
And that makes more sense when you think about it too, because the younger brother has a chance to learn from the older brother's mistakes. So it makes more sense to pick the younger one because he can watch all the mistakes that the older one already made.
Right.
So that's going to make a wiser king. And right now we're watching the mistakes of all our people that's making right now. So the Lord has given us that wisdom because we can see what to do, what's the right thing and wrong thing to do. We're learning as we grow. So and part of that learning means you're going to suffer. You're going to catch up. You're going to go through it. So go ahead.
1 Samuel 16 and 11. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, and withal a beautiful countenance, and godly to look at. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is he.
Now, so Samuel, he looked at the rest of David's brothers and said, well, this gotta be him. This gotta be him. No, it was David. Now, like in the movie Hustle and Flow, right? Let me say what? It's not the size of the dog in the fire, but it's the size of the fire in the dog, though. See? Right. So David's spirit was greater than his brother's spirit.
And he proved it when he had to go when he slew the giant. He didn't hesitate. He didn't go running and have to get a whole bunch of armor on. He just picked up a stone, a simple stone, put it in that sling, and fucking slew him, man.
It's like the Frank Lucas.
Hey, because David had the breastplate of faith. Like because Saul gave him his different armor. If that physical armor was too heavy for him, so he took that off. But when he went into battle was faith, man.
Hey, that had to. Hey, the Lord had to come for David. Oh, that was a moment. Laid armor. You can see. When I read that, I always see like. Man, it's too heavy.
Boom.
Hey, you know what's Piccolo? Hey, drop that garbage, drag them all.
They broke that down. I watched a small documentary on that. They broke it down. Why he grabbed the sling stone? You know how fast those sling stones? Those were actual modern day weapons. Instead of a bow, you got. He said, and David was known as a what? He was a sheep herder. He was a shepherd. Shepherds would know that's how they would swarm them wolves off. They'd be in the back and they could see them wolves and they could kill them, bro, with them rods. So David was a what? Known to be out there. So he used the what? And he did a lot of the songs and stuff at the shepherd's. So he used that. He said, you know what? Because Goliath was an infantry troop. You have infantry troops and then you have rock throwers. It was like they break down military. So what David did, he said, why am I gonna go head up with an infantry dude? I'm gonna take. He said, we can pick our weapons, right? He said, pick your weapon, come. He said, okay, you're an infantry guy. You gotta come to me. I'm gonna pick this stone up. I'm gonna hit. He said he caved his head in. That's how cold David was. That wasn't the first time he picked that thing up. He was so thorough with it. He said, he picked he knew the stones. Imagine that, all calm and the both sides just watching. Here he comes. It's like stone in his hand. Those were because just like a gladiator, you see in the movies they pick a sword or they pick that. That was a weapon of war. David killed Goliath with a weapon of war, man.
Like they show you in those movies, bro, when they had a back like this. They pick your weapon, you walk.
Exactly.
You turn around. Hey, they showed that in the Bun movie. In Bun, hey, he was going. It was called The Man with the Golden Gun, bro. Dude had the golden gun. Bun had the PPK. Picture, bro. So he was like, look, bro, go walk the PPK versus my golden gun. And they squared up on the back. And then he turned around. Bun was gone, but he posed as a statue, and boom, got him.
It's Proverbs 11:2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly is wisdom. Basically going into everything y'all brothers are saying.
Now, David was lowly, but he had the wisdom to pick out the perfect stone though.
And how to use that weapon.
Exactly. Well, because he told Saul what? He said, Saul, I killed a bear, all this, right?
Right. And the scriptures say about Bethlehem, it said Bethlehem Ephratah was one of the least houses. They didn't have much fame because you got different houses and families in Israel at different times that have fame and notoriety. Like David, not David, but Saul. His household was very famous. He was called the son of Kish. David, they was barely known. Like,
Still in Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 20.
Hey, brother, 2 more precepts.
They that are of a froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their ways are his delight. And David was upright, man. You know, it was a delight to the Lord.
Saul had that pride. You remember when David came out there, he said something about he like mocked him because he was so little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
boy.
Yeah.
Like you a
He
kid.
was like, yeah, he called him a
You
kid.
a kid, like you a little nigga, man.
Yeah.
basically.
Hey, the ultimate Craig and Debo fight.
You try to son him.
Yeah, hey, if you look at the fight on Friday, Craig really had no chance against Debo, but hey, he picked up that rock.
Yeah.
Hey.
He stoned him, bro. He stoned him.
Hey.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he said so and he told Saul, so you're gonna save a kid before me? Really?
Right.
Are you serious? But Goliath didn't know that David was about that life though. He didn't know it.
Yep.
David was a killer from the age of 12.
And he was talking shit on Goliath. He was like, who is this Edom?
Who's this
Philistine?
dog?
Like, who the fuck is this
Dog.
nigga? You know what I'm saying?
This dog down
But
there.
that's the level of faith he had.
I
He
got
wasn't
that
tripping over that
silver-
shit.
Was he like he's a whole? He could be
We
a part of
got
the
it.
kingdom.
You talking Goliath call? I was looking for it too.
No, it's a different
Oh,
verse.
okay.
This is Micah 5:2. It says, "But thou, Bethlehem Ephratah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me that is to be ruler in Israel."